We are jumping into our third conversation this morning, and as we mentioned, it's all about NCFC's Belize Child Justice League. Don't be mistaken with DC Comics. This is very much different. This morning, though, we are joined by Marcus August, and he is the Information, Education, and Communication Officer with NCFC. Joining us in the middle is also Azaria Martinez, and she is a judge for the Child Justice Mock Trial League. And also with us is Michael Lunn, Deputy Resident Representative with UNDP. Guys, thank you so much for joining us, and welcome.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
So, Child Justice League, quite a catchy name. There's a lot to I'd say think about when you hear that title. One of the first things, as I mentioned, that crossed my mind was, is this different from Child Parliament? Which, of course, Marcus, you clarified. So, what is Child Justice League?
Okay, so the Child Justice League is a simulation that allows the 22 children to be a part of now what we would consider the justice part of our nation, but that actually overrules the court cases. And so NCFC, we're at a place now, we've already done the Children's Parliament where the children discuss the bills, debate the bills, and now we're at a different junction of giving them the law side of Belize. And so we're actually very happy that we're here now to do this. November 6th, we're going to preview it live on, of course, all the stations. And we have these 22 children that have devoted enough time and dedication to actually understand this side of law. Yeah. And so we have Azaria here that could probably give us a better understanding of the preparation phase for it.
Well, Azaria, we definitely are grateful to have you here with us this morning as a judge. Talk to me about your interest in being a part of this initiative from NCFC and UNDP.
I got interested in it because they sent it to us and they asked us, are you willing to join? And I was, of course, willing. I love participating in anything. And joining this, I was like, I'm interested because when I was younger, people tell me I always had a voice. So law would be great for me, lawyer, judge, so forth. And when I saw this, I was like, maybe I could get an experience if this is actually something that I want to do. And I got the opportunity to be a judge. I'm so grateful for. It was amazing participating in this, joining all the meetings, getting to know all these people, and we actually met a few guests.
So talk to us about the preparation, because I would presume that there's a lot of reading and research that goes into preparing yourself for this. What has that been like?
Well, it's been a little okay. The terminology for the judge, you have to learn how to properly respond to the judges, the jurors, the crown counsels. We have to say and give our own opinions on whether we decide to object or overrule the objection. And the preparation, we have to do a lot of reading. I also have a partner with me. He will also help me being a judge up there, so I'm not by myself.
Wonderful. Well, I have to get Mr. Lunn in the conversation representing UNDP and talking about this collaboration between your organization and, of course, NCFC.
Yeah, thank you. So I think promoting civic engagement among young people is very important for the country to help young people understand the justice system, which is, we can be honest, not super easy to understand. But giving the opportunity for young people to actually be part of it, to have a mock trial, to learn what that is, and then hopefully go back to their schools, because it's from all over the country, young people from all over the country, and then explain to their friends and their schools what they've been doing, what they have learned, so it can have a rippling effect. I think generally promoting civic engagement among young people is something that's going to help have productive and engaged citizens also in the future. So we're very happy to be part of this initiative organized by the NCFC.
What was the process of getting together all these 22 participants? How did that come about?
So we have a schedule that we created for the children. First of all, they had to sign up to be a part of the mock trial. We designated Belmopan as a meeting point, and then to practice. So they actually went into our court to actually practice their initial roles and their assignments. Yeah.
You know, one of the things that I always admired since recognizing the initiative of Child Parliament is that NCFC has been now recognized as one of those organizations that has tried to find innovative ways to engage young people in our civic duties, in being more aware of the different processes that would take place in decision making in the justice system even. So to see that you guys have found a way to have young people engaged but actually understand what a lot of adults in Belize don't, I have to say kudos to you guys for coming up with something like that. Now, what I want to look into is what this Justice League system will look like. There's a designated day, as you mentioned, it will be live streamed. What will we be seeing?
So the icing on the cake is that I actually can't give out that specific
What?
detail as yet. So you got to tune in. You got to tune in November 6th. However, it's going to be these 22 kids that have devoted their time and especially the weekends to actually get this specific thing, this specific trial accomplished. I also want to give a huge thanks to Justice Moore for being the spearhead of it. Also, I believe it's Magistrate Schumann and Novello as well.
So you guys can't tell us much, but we still have to, I think, perhaps talk about a bit more of the preparation than whatever it is that you can share. As we mentioned, we know NCFC to be one of the leaders in organizing the Child Parliament. Now the Justice League, the Child Justice League. Will this be an initiative we'll be seeing more often from you guys?
Definitely. So just to look back is that one of the bills passed by the Parliament, or the Child's Parliament actually, was to increase the age of marriage from 16 to 18. And so we've worked alongside the Special Envoy, UNICEF and other organizations in order to carry out that child marriage campaign. And so now we're here, and if you look back again, we did do a Child Parliament where the bill was to see how kids are prosecuted in Belize when crimes are committed. And so if you notice now, we're here actually doing this mock trial so they could actually understand that specific bill. And so we're actually glad that we have partners such as UNDP, Silkgrass Farms Enterprise, the Bar Association, Heritage Bank, etc., that are assisting us with it to get this actually done.
How does initiatives like this from NCFC align with the work that is being done with UNDP?
Thanks. This is a great initiative that aligns very well with a bigger project that we have. It's called Pace Justice. It's actually a regional project funded by the EU, and Belize is part of it. We have already spearheaded the implementation here in Belize. There was a big conference in the beginning of September. There have been training on mediation, criminal mediation, in order to try and prevent cases that doesn't necessarily have to go through the formal court system, but can be mediated before. That will both help with the backlog in the system and will also find a solution that is acceptable for both parties in the situation. And another thing that we are working with, which is very linked to this, I think, with the Ministry of Human Development, Families and Indigenous People's Rights, is diversion. What that really means is that young people who might get in brush with the law, instead of going through the formal legal system that again will put an extra burden on the legal system, but it will also maybe put a young person on the wrong path, because you might learn what it means to be a criminal instead of just dealing with that one brush, as I call it, with the law. So trying to find other solutions to get accountability, obviously, for those situations, and help the young person divert away from the formal justice system. So young people, as Azaria and the other 21 who learns about this and will be able to teach their colleagues and their friends, is a great initiative in that endeavor as well.
Will there be any sort of a review mechanism to see how effective this initial exercise would have been, perhaps with a view to do this again on an annual basis?
Correct. Right after the mock trial, we already have a review session that's going to take place to evaluate how effective actually it was, the rules and also the rules that were played.
I want to know a bit about some of the challenges, Azaria, that you would have encountered preparing for your role as judge. Do you interact with your other peers as well who will be acting in various positions in this trial?
Yes, I do interact with them. I mostly, sorry, I mostly interact with my partner, the judge as well, who's gonna be playing with me, Kelroy, because we have a lot of stuff that we have to work together to get done. We have to decide who is going to say what, who's going to say when, and we have to just be there for each other to, in case he makes a mistake, I help him. In case I make a mistake, he helps me. So it's been a little challenging because we have to do a lot of research. But we have so much help from the NCFC. We got help from Magistrate Moore. She helps us so much, and she's a fun person to be around, and it's just an amazing experience to have met her.
What are some of the things that you have now learned that you probably won't forget and you might understand when someone said that they're going to trial?
Well, now that I have been a part of that, I have learned that people have different rights in there. So basically, you don't have to say anything as the accused person. As the accused person, you get 3 rights. You can either remain silent in your docs, you could either testify from your docs and give a statement that no one is able to speak on, or you could go to the witness docs and you can say something, you can make a statement, and the Crown Counsel and the defense lawyers are able to rebut against you.
Do you believe that your experience so far will help to confirm that you want to pursue either law or any other related field as your course of study?
Yes, sir, I do. Because I had 3 career choices that I was thinking of: computer science, government or politics, and the justice. And participating in the 2023 National Children's Parliament, I also got a taste of the government side. So this also is giving me an experience to see whether I want to do that, the government side or the justice side. And I won't disclose which side I want to be on more.
What was your role in Child Parliament?
I was a...
It's okay, you've been very busy, it seems. You've been very active.
I always try to participate, but I was a senator.
Okay, all right.
I was not a senator. I'm not exactly sure, but I remembered I played Kevin Bernard, the Minister of Health.
Okay. You're a minister.
My final question for you, Azaria, is how do you balance all of this with your school, your workload at school?
That's not true. I have quite the workload considering I'm executive student council, but I have amazing people who help me and always support me with everything that I want to pursue. And we have other student council members, the president, vice president, well, not the vice president since I'm the vice president, the secretary, the PR, the treasurer. All of these are my friends and they help me. And if we all need something, we come together, we work together on it. And considering that I'm also in class with our secretary, she also helps me with our schoolwork and I help her if we needed.
Wonderful. Well, as we wrap up this segment, I'll ask if we can expect any future projects very soon from NCFC as well as UNDP. Let's begin with you, Marcus.
Yes, so one of the recurring projects will be this mock trial. This is one of the new projects that we actually want to keep going alongside or somewhat with Children's Parliament.
Yeah, this is part of a 3-year project that we have with EU funding. So we'll be doing a lot more, and especially on the justice for the youth side and the diversion side. Can I just say one of the things to your question that I found very interesting about this project is that all the students are doing this in their spare time. They're investing their Saturdays, their evenings in this, and so are all the resource people, all the justices, and all. They're also doing this on their own or after working hours. So this is really an initiative we are very happy to support, but it's really Belizeans doing it for Belizeans, which I think is great.
All the more commendable. So again, the date for the live stream is?
November 6th.
November 6th, and it will be on all media platforms. Correct. As well as online?
All media platforms, including our personal social media, which is NCFC, and also all the media houses.
At what time? We'll check on NCFC's page. We definitely will be tuning in. Congratulations to you guys, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
All right, we are going to take our final break now, and when we come back, the conversation switches into redefining pastry creations with my baker and chef.